Alrighty guys and gals, welcome back to the Houston Kilby YouTube channel. Make sure you are subscribed. We are so daggum close to 9,000 subscribers. And guys, I think we're going to hit that 10,000 subscribers goal this year. We're going to do it. So this episode's all about slapping some tractor paint and also doing a little bit of loving on the old Tempest here. So we're going to do some painting back here in the trunk of this thing. This thing was in really bad shape. So you guys sit back and enjoy a whole lot of touching up on the old Tempest here. Jesse, you know what it's time for, don't you?
Yeah, man, my favorite spot, my favorite thing. Tractor paint.
Jesse, man.
Yeah, man. About to spill a thin layer of tractor paint on this baby.
Jesse is the tractor paint man.
It's growing on Houston.
It's growing on me. So I've never showed off where the terrible trunk is in this thing, and it is bad.
She's showing some sin, I'll tell you.
This old girl is ready for some serious loving. It needs quarters or lower quarters put in. It needs a new paint job so bad, but the trunk is in really bad shape. And what we're going to do is we're just going to slap some tractor paint in here just to
protect something.
something. And
what structure's here kind of keep it.
Yeah, something. But yeah, it's just so bad. I can't set nothing back here without it getting a ton of rust on it. And we're just going to throw some tractor paint in here and just do something to calm this down, because I am going to put all new trunk pans in this thing and put lower quarters in it and all that stuff here coming up real soon. But yeah, guys, we got to do a little bit of something. Alrighty guys, it's time to hammer down on this deal. By no means is this like the perfect fix, but it's just something to help kind of give me a little bit of time and stop getting just rust all over everything I put back here. But anyways, you can definitely see it's got some rust holes in it, and this thing it's wore out. But my grandpa got some great use out of it. This was really an OG field car, man. He used this thing. He'd put hay back here, feed back here, and he would go and feed his animals and go and feed his horses and all that stuff. And man, this car has always been a workhorse, literally, for the horses. Joke there for you. But anyways, guys, definitely appreciate Jesse's help here. The tractor paint is definitely a great way to just to get something on here, clean it up, and cover up a little bit of sand. Jesse, man, the daggum tractor paint came in clutch for us.
As always, man. I'm telling you guys, if you want a cheap fix for old daily banger hot rods like we got, dude, that is the quickest little seal you can get. Ain't that right?
To clean them up, seal them up. Look at that, guys.
And when it dries, it tacks up slick.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks better when it dries.
It looks even better when it dries. So tomorrow I'll come out and do a little video of it. That way you guys can see it once it dries and how much it changes, because it does. We've done some testing on this stuff with other things, and it's crazy how good it ends up looking. But
man, under your frame situation or places where people can't see, that oil-based tractor paint is the way to go, guys.
Way to go. Heck yeah. Golly, guys, look at that trunk space right there. A spare tire, a tote, toolbox, even got a ton of room back there, a whole shelf for even more stuff. They don't make trunks like that no more. But anyways, this is finishing up the tractor paint deal. It definitely turned out really good. I'm happy with what it is for how affordable tractor paint is, and just a quick cover this trunk up, get it sealed up a little bit, just so to give us a little bit of time until I get new trunk pans in this thing, and we can make it really nice. But I'm happy with it. Definitely a 10 out of 10 would use for definitely areas like this, or areas underneath the car and that sort of thing. So it's now time to transition on to the front end of the car, and let's get after it, guys. Alright guys, gals, it's time to stand back and use some of this spray night on here. And this is the first time I've ever used this stuff on any of my projects. So definitely a big shout Permatex for sending us a case of this stuff. Man, so far, when you guys see me start to clean on this motor here with this and start seeing this dirt and grime just literally start to fall off of it. And one thing I noticed too, the spray bottle, guys, man, again, it's got some pressure behind it, and all I'm doing is just wiping stuff off, man. I mean, on this situation, man, honestly, if you had like a little bit of a pressure washer or something like that, you could probably even clean it even better. But I wasn't really in the mood to tape up the exhaust ports and all that stuff. I was just like, you know what? It's a daily, driver vehicle. I'm just gonna clean up a little bit and see what this thing looks like. And man, just with a little bit of elbow grease, golly, man, if you can't see it, clean it up, then y'all need to get some glasses. All I'm saying. But man, it worked good. I'm happy with it. It's definitely on par with like Simple Green, and on aluminum, I feel like this stuff actually works a little bit better on aluminum. It actually gives it a clean look versus as a nasty look. And here you guys go after going through it and just kind of cleaning everything off. Man, it worked good. I can't complain. Spray 9 for the win, guys. For the win. Alrighty, guys and gals, it's time to transition on into the engine bay here, and we're going to test out some of this Spray 9 down here and some of this nasty area down in here. So let's see what this deal can do. We're outside. We got ourselves a middle of the night, midnight project going on, and y'all just stand back. You know it's going to get radical when you got the headlamp out. So let's get on into it. Alrighty, guys, let's daggum get to it. So we're at the front end of the car here. After we pulled the motor out, we've got a lot of projects to do here, get this thing cleaned up. So we definitely wanted to use some Spray 9 products from Permatex, some Fast Orange, and definitely, again, a big shout out to Permatex for helping us out with those products. So let's jump on into it here. You guys can see how nasty the frame is. It's got all kinds of dirt and grime in it just from daily use and driving this thing. And while the motor's out, we might as well clean this thing up. I mean, it's time to do it. Let's daggum do it. So again, there you guys can see the old 6.0 Vortec motor sitting over there out of old Silverado. And after we get done cleaning this thing up, I've got some VHT chassis paint, and we'll paint this thing as well. So let's get on into it, clean this thing up, and let's use some of this Spray 9 spray here. So this degreaser, something I really like about it right off the bat is the spray bottle. Man, you pull the handle one time and it's got some pressure behind it, man. I'm not kidding. And as I'm washing this stuff off, I didn't even scrub it the first go around. This stuff, I could tell, works pretty daggum good. Normally my go-to degreasers is between Dawn soap and like Simple Green. Those two I like a lot. But after using this stuff, again, this is the first time I've ever used it. It's not bad, guys. I mean, it works really well. It cleans up good. And after washing it down, I was like, you know what? It cleans so well. I'm going to scrub this thing a little bit. And man, check this out. Guys, it looks killer. Look at how clean. Dude, Jesse.
Looks good, man. I mean,
man, the Spray 9 stuff, I'm not going to lie, it's good.
Yeah, I wasn't here or nothing. I was still working, but when I showed up, I was like, buddy, that's glistening.
Yeah.
That looks
I mean,
good.
guys, I didn't put hardly any elbow grease in that at all.
You just sprayed it and let it soak.
And I washed off the water hose.
Yeah, no pressure or nothing. Just water hose.
Not even pressure washer. So
that's what blows me away.
It worked good. So there y'all go. It's looking pretty good. Spray 9 for a win.
Yeah.
And we're going to clean up this Fast Orange over there.
As always.
Call it quits tonight, and then tomorrow we'll come back here and we'll touch this up with some spray paint, get it kind of cleaned up and stuff, because Jesse, we got a transmission that's on the way.
It's on the way. Old daily work mules will be back out on the roads again.
That's right, guys. So yeah, we'll get this episode in here for y'all. The way y'all can see this get painted. Y'all saw the trunk get painted back there. And guys, next episode we should have the transmission back, and we'll be stabbing that on in there. Heck yeah. Jesse, let's get some rest, man.
Always, brother. Yeah, man. Getting a little sin away from it. Might clean it up a little bit. Bad. It held up pretty good. No, being drove every day in the dirt and grime. Could be worse.
Alright guys, so we're going to do some VHT epoxy paint. We're going to do some satin black underneath here. We're just touching up the frame, touched up steering arms and things like that. Not put on too crazy, just enough to clean it back up again so the motor gets back in there. Everything's kind of back nice, looking pretty good again. So Jesse, let's touch up some stuff and then step out of the shop and let it be fumigate.
Exactly, bro. That VHT's pretty potent, man. It's good paint, but man.
All right, let's get this done.
Yeah, man.
Golly, guys, check that out right there, man. Heck yeah, it's just using a little bit of spray paint on it, nothing crazy. After we get the motor back in, I will repaint this area here. Trust me, guys, getting a motor over this, don't paint it until you get that in there. Just trust me, been there, done that, it gets bad. Normally you scratch it up, you set all your tools up here anyways, and I may actually end up just taking this whole grill out and everything when we go to stab the motor in, because it's a little bit easier just to go straight back in there with it in the first place. But I don't know yet, because if this is here and you got the transmission hooked up to it, you have to dive in like that and go in. It's a little bit of a mess. But yeah, man, there y'all go. I did, as a tip and trick, get you a respirator or a mask when you're using that VHT paint. That stuff is like, oh my gosh, man, it was stout. So I had to stop what you guys saw there when me and Jesse was painting, and I actually had to put that on to finish it out, because it's potent just out of a little spray can and with the garage door open. So yeah, man, it's looking daggum good. Alrighty, guys and gals, we're coming to a close here, but we got some cool things going on, and I wanted to kind of show y'all something, end this off with a cool thing here I'm pretty excited about. So if you guys can't tell, the guys and gals over there at Black Rifle Coffee Company was really worried about us not having some coffee with all these late nights that me and Jesse pull, and you know, going racing and all that good stuff. And it's like, man, we want to make sure you guys are awake and alert, and y'all got some good coffee when y'all are out there working in the shop. So definitely a big shout out to Black Rifle Coffee Company for hooking us up. Man, they hooked us up with several bags of coffee. We got some more inside there, all kinds of cups and all that good stuff. So definitely thank you guys and gals at Black Rifle Coffee Company. We cannot thank y'all enough. And guys, we're going to keep hustling. We're going to keep hammering down, getting more companies, more sponsors in, and more people involved with us to go racing and do all that good stuff. And I think we're starting to see the tip of the iceberg. Some cool things to come. So yeah, man, just gonna leave this off with a couple of things here, updates on things that's going on. We're still waiting on transmission. It should be here, man, I'm hoping in the next few days we'll have that deal. Update on the GTO. I know everybody's asking about it and stuff. All the rods and pistons, crankshaft, all that stuff has been installed inside the motor. I'll put a little video right here, just a little sneak peek. The crank has been balanced. The block is done. The heads are done. The last thing that's left to do on it is finish up the valve train and the top end of the engine. And guys, that thing is getting really, really close to being done. So definitely a big shout out to my good buddy TG Short. We can't thank you enough, buddy. Yeah, man, we're hammered down on a lot of ends, on a lot of fronts right now to get a lot of stuff done. The best way you guys can help, if you are wanting to help us out, subscribe, number one. If you know companies that wants to work with us for advertising, getting on the GTO or using their parts, whether it be on the GTO or on my Tempest, both vehicles are great ways of advertising on the channel type of deal. Let me know. Let's make it happen. Let's do things, and let's go racing, and let's work on these hot rods. But yeah, man, a lot of stuff going on. We do have more updates coming, more videos coming on the black truck. Give y'all a quick sneak peek on it. Next episode you guys will be seeing in a couple of days. Right after this one will be more sheet metal work, finishing up on the last bit of stuff on that. You guys can see a huge hole right there that's cutting the doors out in this bad boy and making doors for it. So yeah, man, a lot of cool stuff going on. Again, thank y'all everyone for watching. All the comments down below is a huge help. Be sure to share these videos, likes, thumbs up, all that good stuff is awesome. We appreciate it. We appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all in the next one.